This is Tank's Vlog. August 23rd, 2019, wrapping up the day in sports. And the Mets have wrapped up a series with the Cleveland Indians. And how sweet it is. Today, as storm clouds approached, Thor was dominant. Allowing just 2 hits, he retired the first 16 batters he faced. The way he looked, the way he was pitching, I actually was starting to believe that he could actually get a perfect game. Of course, I knew the storm was coming because I was out in it. I went out to try to find that Popeye's chicken sandwich. I went to 3 of those fucking places. 3 Popeyes. One in Belleville, one in Harrison, one in Montclair. Sold out. And the parking lots were a friggin' mess to get in and out of, especially the one in Belleville. I want to know who the fuck designed this parking lot at this little outlet mall. It's got a Family Dollar, it's got a Popeyes, and it's got a laundromat called Dirty Laundry. I've never actually been to that laundromat, and I don't think I ever want to be. The motherfucking ramp to go up into the parking lot is at almost like a 45 fucking degree angle. I've never seen a ramp with that steep of incline to get in and out of a parking lot. Never seen that before. But anyway, I digress. I wasn't able to get the chicken sandwich. I had to settle for Subway. But coming home, it was just a sheet of rain. And just walking from my car to my up my steps, and that's like less than a 10-foot walk. It was just soaking rain, soaking. My shirt's still a little damp over here in the collar. Incredible rain. Heavy rain, heavy winds. My thoughts go out to Stu Feiner right now. He's actually dealing with a mess that a tree fell onto his house. So, as you can tell, this storm was no fucking joke. So, even if Syndergaard would have had the perfect game, he would have not had the perfect game. But he was dominant. I love the play where Pete Alonso made a diving stop. I mean, didn't think he'd have a chance to get the guy out, but perfect flip to Syndergaard to end the 6th inning. And I love the chest bump. I just love the energy that Pete Alonso brings to this team. You know, when this team was dead and buried, when this team was 11 games below 500, when this looked like another season of just meaningless August, September baseball for the Mets, when it looked like the last 2 months would just be a death spiral, death watch, there were a few players that kept him in this, even when things were as bleak as they were. And that was especially with Pete Alonso, who has 40 home runs, National League rookie record, 1 away from the Mets team record, and it's August 23rd. But he had the energy, and he just doesn't just have the energy when he does something good. He has the energy for his other teammates. He rips off their jerseys when he hits, as he saw with J.D. Davis on Wednesday. But there's Dominic Smith, who even while still hurt is dancing and jumping up in the dugout. He's leading the crowd in Let's Go Mets chants. You had J.D. Davis himself, the one behind the great jingle. If the Mets need a big hit, and they need it now, oh, J.D. Davis, he'll get the big hit now. He'll get the big hit now. He'll get the big hit now. By the way, I came up with that first. But he's doing like Ric Flair impersonations. He's making over the shoulder catches. He's firing up the crowd. It just, dare I say, there's almost something magical going on. And today the Mets just got those 2 runs. They got the 2 runs before the rain. Double by Michael Conforto, a double by Wilson Ramos, and the final score is 2-0. And you could say a lot what you want to say about the Little Sisters of the Poor. You can't say that about the Cleveland Indians. Cleveland Indians are a legit playoff contender. They've been battling the Twins over the last month for the Central Division lead, although getting swept by the Mets doesn't help. In fact, they were in the wild card lead until they lost today. But now there's a half game out of wild card because team the Yankees were playing, the Oakland A's, have swept the Yankees. As I mentioned before, whatever you call that fucking stadium, Network Associates, O.co, Overstock.com, the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, Mount Davis, whatever. I mean, it has a new name every other month. That dump, that eyesore that the Raiders are playing their final season in. This is it. You realize when the A's season ends? You realize that when the A's season ends, there will be no more shared NFL and MLB stadiums. Because the Raiders will finish out the year in Oakland, and next year they'll be playing in Vegas. And when the A's take the field in 2020, it'll be their own stadium again, although crumbling as it is. The Raiders, thank you very much for building Mount Davis and destroying what wasn't a bad stadium. That was not a bad stadium before they put up Mount Davis. But hopefully soon, I don't care where they build it, just build it somewhere. Fremont, San Jose, Sacramento, Oakland, somewhere. Build the damn stadium. And that foul line, that foul territory in Oakland is the most unfair foul territory in all of baseball. It goes on for miles. And I love the fact that you're close to the action. If you're a fan, you're sitting in the front row and you go, "Hello out there!" I mean, the seats are so far from the field. It's like, dear God, it's like that Sting meme. You could really use that for someone just sitting behind home plate. That Oakland is such a lousy stadium. And the Yankees just don't like it either. They've now lost 9 out of 10, getting swept this year. The A's dominate the Yankees in this series. 5-3. They got swept in their 2017. They only won 1 game last year. So in the last 3 seasons, the Yankees have won just 1 game in Oakland. Kansas City, please come to Boston to give us a win. I mean, this is what happens when games get suspended with rain. The Royals made their 1 trip into Boston a couple of weeks ago. Last game got suspended by rain, 10th inning. And they had to pick up the 10th inning on a day that both teams were off, and that was today. So the Royals came to Boston for 12 minutes and lost. A walk-off hit by the Red Sox, 5-4 final. And here's an interesting side note. The Red Sox have a 2-game losing streak even though they won on Thursday. You want to know why? Because technically that win happened on August 7th. It's a retroactive win. So the Red Sox beat the Royals retroactively to August 7th. Mets didn't get any help from San Francisco this week as they got swept in Chicago. Cubs just dominated home, but on the road it's a completely different story. It's like night and day. Today it was Kyle Hendricks leading it away, allowing just 2 hits in 7 innings. It was the Rays 5-2 winners over the Orioles. Orioles have now allowed a record 253 home runs this season. Yes, the most home runs ever given up by a team in a single season has been set on August 23rd. That record's gonna be a thunderous record. They're only gonna grow and grow and grow and grow. How many more home runs are the Baltimore Orioles? 253 homers! This team has given up 253 homers! It's batting practice. Jeez. No wonder they're 41-87. Max Scherzer returned from the injured list. Pitched just 4 innings, but pitched well as the Nationals beat the Pirates 7-1. Walk-off hit by Ronald Acuna Jr. as the Braves beat the Marlins 3-2. It was the Cardinals rallying to beat the Rockies 6-5. Rockies are another team that has been lousy this second half of the season. Astros doubled up the Tigers 6-3 as Garrett Cole was strong, pitching 7 scoreless innings and allowing 12 runs. It was the White Sox over the Rangers 6-1. And the Dodgers, another 9th inning walk-off win. Kiki Hernandez capped a 3-run inning with a bloop single, scoring Corey Seager as they beat the Blue Jays, completing a 3-game sweep with a 3-2 win. Today's 3 stars are Garrett Cole of the Astros, Noah Syndergaard of the Mets, and Kyle Hendricks of the Cubs. His pitching was the story on Thursday. Today's birthday shout out will go to we'll give it to Kobe Bryant, who turns 41. And we take a look back to 1989 when the Dodgers and Expos battled into extra innings. 21 innings of scoreless baseball before Rick Dempsey finally hit a home run to give the Dodgers a 1-0 win in 22 innings. The two notable events happened in that game. The Expos thought they had a game won in the 16th inning, but Larry Walker left third base on the tag-up a little too soon. And Youppi, the Expos mascot, was ejected for trying to sleep on the Dodgers dugout. Check out the story at Barstool Sports and its Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. The people I'm working with are telling me my site is progressing. They got a lot of the baseball stuff ready to roll. Football stuff is now being worked on. Soon, we'll be launching the new look, sleeker, neater, and then we'll start updating again. It should be easier to update. Updates should be coming fast and furious at that point. So keep your eye out. And of course, if you haven't listened yet, listen to Allow Me to Be Frank, SoundCloud, iTunes, and now available on YouTube. Good day.